Doki Doki Literature Club is one of those games that truly needs no introduction. It is a bastion of indie internet horror, and there's never been anything like it before or since. But 8 years after this game's release, there's one question that still haunts my nightmares. How and why does Yuri have such fat rags? To the two people who have no idea what I'm talking about, Doki Doki Literature Club is a psychological horror game disguised as a visual novel dating sim. You join your school's literature club and meet the 4 other members, Monika, Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri. Today, we're going to be taking a closer look at Yuri, the quiet, brooding, mysterious one of the group. Because the more you analyze her possessions in the game, the more you start to realize just how fat her pockets are lined. First off, we're assuming Doki Doki takes place in the United States. But actually, the setting of Doki Doki is supposed to be ambiguous. Because, dude, I just don't care. We're also assuming it takes place in 2025. And the reason we're doing this is just so that there's no confusion when we start crunching numbers. Second off, essential oils. When Yuri visits the player character's home in Act 1, she talks a good amount about her love for essential oils, and brings a wooden diffuser along with candles and other essential oils. Afterwards, you and her bond over prepping for the festival or something. Yeah, real romantic. Nobody cares. The reason why I bring this up is because essential oils can be really expensive, and Yuri mentions multiple times that she's big into aromatherapy. The way that Yuri talks about it, it seems like she knows what she's talking about when it comes to essential oils. So she's not buying no cheap Walmart shit, and a good chunk of high quality essential oils can cost hundreds just by themselves. Yuri probably has a collection of these things, so right off the bat, Yuri's possibly spending thousands on purely essential oil. This probably makes her the richest girl in the literature club, but we'll get to that eventually. For the sake of numbers, I'm going to throw 2,000 on the board just because she probably has multiple high quality essential oils stockpiled. You may realize that I'm not being too strict about the estimations and how much this stuff costs, and you're going to realize pretty soon why it doesn't matter. Next up, we see her buy Natsuki iced tea. Although this was in the supplemental side stories, so who knows if that's canon or not. Who just buys their friends that shit? Unless they aren't friends. That's a theory for another day. Anyway, I'm going to consider the side stories canon and throw $2.69 on the board, because that's how much this bottle of Pure Life costs. Okay, I can't wait any longer. Now it's time to move on to the reason why I made this video in the first place. Knives. Yuri's into knives. A little unorthodox all things considered, but she's hot, so whatever. The one issue is, knives are expensive, especially the types described in game, and Yuri collects them. I mean, we're talking about ornate artisanal knives, not the type in your grandma's kitchen. This stuff cuts skin like it's paper. We're looking at thousands of dollars for a single knife, and Yuri collects them like a professional goddamn Counter-Strike player. Wait a minute. No. Counter-Strike. Knives. Yuri pulls out a knife in Act 1. The knife is described as having a silver handle with a wavy pattern, with the hilt being tinted blue. Oh my god. The silver handle, wavy pattern, blue hilt. Oh my god. It even has a watermark. Yuri is in possession of a blue gem karambit. For those of you who don't know, a blue gem karambit is one of the rarest knives you could possibly unbox in Counter-Strike 2, literally being 1 in 600 million chance, meaning this thing is expensive. This sounds like a joke, but the knife Yuri has perfectly fits the description of a blue gem karambit. Look, silver handle, wavy pattern, blue tinted hilt, and this thing sells from anywhere to $150,000 to $1.5 million, depending on the condition. The main character himself describes it as being in near pristine condition, which means yes, you're hearing it first. Yuri has a net worth in the millions, and that's not even the only knife that she owns. We're going to throw $1.5 million on the board, plus an extra $2,000 for the other knives that Yuri undoubtedly owns. But how did Yuri even get this much money in the first place? Well, the obvious answer is that she comes from a well-off family. But the thing is, we never hear anything about Yuri, Sayori, or Monika having any family members. So that's got to be out of the question. The second obvious answer is that she's a character in a visual novel, so it really doesn't matter. Monika says in Act 3 nothing was fleshed out beyond what was necessary for the game. So Yuri's just not real, neither is the blue gem karambit, which is where the third most obvious answer comes in. Monika. We know Monika has the ability to tamper with the game files and personality traits of the other members of the literature club, which means she's personally able to manipulate the funds that each character has, which leads me to something scarier than anything Doki Doki itself has to offer. Monika is actively ruining the Doki Doki economy by lining Yuri's pockets with cash. Here's the thing, Monika probably starts tampering with the game files right here, during Act 1, when Sayori starts isolating herself from the main character. The thing is, Yuri's $1.5 million Counter-Strike knife is introduced a little bit after this, which means Yuri's over $1 million net worth is likely being supplied by Monika. Which, if this is a blue gem karambit and it was supplied by Monika, that has a terrifying implication. Monika is able to manipulate the Steam marketplace. Forget Yuri, Monika has money in the billions with a B. Since Steam generated around $10.8 billion in 2024, we can only assume that since Monika was able to get her hands on a blue gem karambit, that she has complete, unrestricted access to the full $10.8 billion Steam was able to produce. Yuri may be a millionaire, but Monika has a net worth higher than the GDP of Belize, Gambia, and Ethiopia, which, according to Forbes, would put Monika as number 230 on the list of the richest people of all time, which means Monika has more money than Taylor Swift, Mr. Beast, Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, and Gabe Newell, the guy that owns Steam in the first place. Monika's loaded. So in short, Yuri is a millionaire, but Monika's a multi-billionaire. And the other two are so broke, I'm not even going to mention them. Which means that Monika is the richest girl in the literature club. Thank you guys for watching this dumb, stupid little video. I was inspired by u/Crew's ideas on Reddit, so if you found this interesting, go check that out. Other than that, I just wanted to make a shorter, stupider video. Make sure to hug that subscribe button lovingly and tenderly. See ya.